Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. Here's hoping that this all kind of pans out. I'm checking my monitor over here, so don't mind me. So I've attempted get ready with me's in the past, like a chatty one, and they just get to be so long. So let's just get right into the situation. So, today, what I wanted to show you guys was something I've recently been doing a little bit more often, and it's just the easiest smoky eye ever. It's super simple. I love how it turns out. So, I thought I would share it with you today. So, first things first, we're going to prime the eyes. So, we're going to use the Cover FX Anti-Age Smoothing Eye Primer. That is going to be that guy. And actually, before we even get started with that, let's just go in with the Skindinavia Makeup Primer Spray. Okay. Just drench ourselves in that goodness. Okay. So for the eyes, like I said, we're going to use this Cover FX Eye Primer. And I do like it. It's not a game changer by any means, but it does say anti-aging, which I think is helpful. And the product we're using on our eyes primarily today is a what is it? It's a long wear shadow pencil, so this wouldn't necessarily need a primer, but we are going to do just like one powder shadow, so I want to be sure that we're kind of ensuring our situation will last. But before we get into that, I want to do my brows. We'll let that primer set, and then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and mine is in dark brown. Okay, so off camera, we did the brows, and they're a little natural slash thick, but you know, whatever. It's fine for today. I'm going to lunch with friends, not a big deal. Probably what I'm doing is too much, but I wanted to film today, so here we go. So now that we have our brows done, the eyes are primed, we are going to start with this super easy eye look. Very excited. Very easy smoky eye. So the first product, and pretty much the star of this show, is the Laura Mercier caviar stick. What is it really called? Laura Mercier caviar eye stick color, and this is in the shade Cocoa. So I'm a big fan of the smoky eye. I've never kind of perfected it. And then also a daytime appropriate smoky eye is probably difficult for a lot of folks, in my opinion. But I feel like this we can pull off. This caviar stick is super creamy. As you see, it's just a twist up product. And we're just going to put that along the base of the eyelid or the eyelid. You don't want to take this up too high because we are going to blend it out. And you want to have somewhere to go with your blending. So I'm just going to take it right along the bottom half of my lid. Make sure we get it really good on that lash line. And there we go. So with this, we're going to do one eye at a time because this stick does set fairly fast. And so to blend that out, I'm going to use this shade from Makeup Forever. This is usually in my bigger pro palette, but I was kind of taking it to work with me the other day, so it's in here for travel. I will list this color down below because I don't remember it offhand. So you want to take a fluffier brush with that color and then just blend out the edges. And this color is like a beigey, light, really light mauve with maybe a hint of brown. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. And I like to tilt my head back because then I can really see where I'm blending. You just want to blend. Now, while this look only takes a couple colors, it does take a lot of blending. There we go. So that is the first eye. So next we're gonna go in with the Becca Backlight Filter Primer. I don't have the bottle to share with you. I got a sample. This is also the day of samples. And so we're just gonna rub that in. I like this because it definitely gives you a kind of luminous base to work with. And I have definitely been enjoying a bit of the dewy look lately. We are going to go in with a new foundation today, also a sample. I'm on a hunt for a new foundation because my all-time favorite is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, and I'm almost out, which is slightly exciting because I've never finished like a whole bottle of foundation. Because I would try a bunch of different ones, but I'm almost out of that one. So today, I've been sampling a bunch of other ones is the point of that whole conversation. So today, we're going to use the Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation, and this is in the shade N80. I mean, I think it's kind of sort of my shade. We're going to go with it. And so I'm going to just take this foundation paddle brush because I just don't feel like sticking my finger in it today. And we're going to use that to... yeah, this will work. This is an N80. On my beauty blender, I'm gonna put a little bit of the Josie Mayer Argan Oil Light. I just like that a little bit of oil on my beauty blender, like 3 or 4 drops, kind of gives it a sheer and dewier finish. And so I'm enjoying that. Oh yeah, I like this foundation. Like I can kind of tell already that I like it. This brow is giving me the flummox. I think I gotta go in and fix it. Then we're gonna go in with concealer. Today I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Conceal HD in the color Warm Honey. This one, yeah, this is the right one. And so we're gonna just highlight and conceal. This is a really good concealer, but it has a really interesting applicator. There we go. Do a few triangles. And we'll blend this out with the Beauty Blender again. So I don't get too concerned other than wasting product if I put too much on like I did right there. So we're gonna highlight in all the normal places. And then we're gonna take our Beauty Blender. I'm gonna spray a little bit of the primer spray on it to blend everything out. And you just wanna use tapping motions, bouncing motions. I feel like I haven't filmed in forever, which is true, because I've been spending a lot of time painting my new filming studio. So then we can have some new digs to play in. I'm going to also apply a little bit of a base for my highlight first. And I should show you. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo #2. So I'm going to use that gold part, take my Beauty Blender, pass it through it just a couple times. And then we're going to apply a little bit of base for the highlight. A little bit there. Now, I was about to say nothing too extreme, but I realized my barometer for extreme on a highlight situation may be a little bit off. A little bit off. So do what makes you comfortable, by all means. Now I'm just going to take the back of the sponge that we blended in our foundation with and just kind of blend that in. I find that my highlight is a little more popping if I do this step first. And what is a good highlight if you don't highlight your nose, is all I'm saying. I better just stop now because this will go on forever. Just to highlight my Cupid's bow. So now we need to set all of this, or some of this, and so I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I go back and forth between this and the NYX setting powder, and I just gonna have to tap off a ton of the excess. Now I have also not been setting my entire face because again I've been really digging my natural glow and dew. This is an e.l.f. blush brush. It's $3. It's amazing. You can find it in 7-Eleven or, you know, Target. So that is for setting the under eye. And then we'll just set this kind of the middle of the face where we also highlighted. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. Just right there. There we go. And so this is in the color Caramel Toffee. I think I like it. I think the bronzer's a little bit orange. A little bit. But that's okay. Because I'm not really going to do blush today. So I think it'll work out all right. So I'm going to use my Morphe, my trusty Morphe 527. This product kicks up a ton of powder. I figured that out the hard way yesterday. So just tapped a little bit into the product and then onto my brush and tap off the excess. Like I said, we're not, or I don't plan to use any blush today. So in my world, that means go ham on the bronzer. Other than that, I kind of like this bronzer, other than it being a little bit warm, but it's okay. Again, I'm about to run errands and go to a late lunch with my friend, so she ain't gonna care that I'm way too bronzed for freaking February. And so usually what I do is just kind of one of those moves, and that kind of brings out the natural contour of your face. Just right along there. And then I take the brush along that area and then blend it up. And then hit the apples of the cheek. All right. So because I didn't do an exact contour, I do want to clean up that contour line per se. So again, with that e.l.f. Blush brush and a little heavier hand of powder, the Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'm gonna just clean up underneath. So we're gonna put this right underneath our contour and do a little bacon. Okay. So we're gonna just let that sit there for a second while we finish the eyeballs. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna tight line. And for that, I'm gonna use the Ardency and Smooth Rise Supercharged Eyeliner in black. This is the best eyeliner ever. Now I'm doing this to make my eyes water and also to make my lash line look really, really thick. And then I'm going to attempt to not poke myself in the eye, but we see how well that's going. Once upon a time, I had a pencil sharpener. So now that that's done, we're going to add a little more of the Cocoa pencil to this area. Just right to the base, because as we were blending, we lost a little bit. And I definitely want it to be dark and smoky. And I'm not lining my top waterline or my top lash line, but I'm gonna blend this just a little bit. You don't want anything to be harsh. There we go. This is the Morphe S20, and that same color that we used earlier. This one here, which I'll list down below because I can't remember the name of it. And I'm going to take the pencil, and I'm going to try and stay in frame. And I'm going to go right under the lash line. And I did connect it up, as you can tell. So with my pencil brush and that shadow, that Makeup Forever shadow, I'm going to blend this out. Kind of just want to blend out the edges. Now that we've been baking for quite some time, I'm going to take this really big fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M140. And just dust away the bakage, as my friend Nicole calls it. The bakage. The Anastasia Glow Kit, and that glow. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette. But I'm going to take that big fluffy brush from before, and we're going to go into gold and bronze. And just really get your brush in it. And then just kind of highlight all the places that's my computer telling me I got a text. I'm going to highlight all the places that we bronzed. And this is really a bronzy kind of highlight situation, so. And then it also helps to kind of diffuse a little bit that contour line, because we kind of cutting folks with it right about now. But that's all right. There we go. And then lastly, we are going to take our Morphe M501, and we're going to go into Bubbly, this one here, and then just highlight on the tops of the cheek. Just a little more concentrated right there, a little bit to blend it. Can't forget the old schnoz. I just happen to feel like life isn't complete if we don't do that. And the top of the lip. And I'm pretty sure I highlighted this other brow with my Beauty Blender when I was in that Makeup Forever palette. So we're going to go ahead and do it here. And lastly, we're going to take that same smudgy brush and do our inner corner a little bit. Nothing dramatic, but I feel like for daytime with the smoky eye, because I mean, I'm obviously doing the most already, it's good to kind of open up your eyeballs a little bit with that. So we have that, the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and just spray a little bit around the perimeter. There we go. And as you can see, oh yeah, mama highlighted. This is what happens. Like I try to restrain myself on the highlighting, and it never works. I always end up beaming. So I did that first because I don't want it to ruin my mascara. And the mascara we're going in with today is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. which is a sample. Y'all know how I feel about my samples. This was a 100-point perk at Sephora. And god damn it, so annoyed, but I love it. I mean, you guys, this is one coat of this mascara. Are you serious right now? We're going to go in with Vanessa from NARS. And I'm just going to tap it on. And then take my finger and kind of just tap it in. And then over top of that, we're going to take NARS lip liner in Morocco and just kind of contour the lip a little bit. And by contour, I mean I'm going to kind of line the sides of my lips, fill them in on the sides a little bit, but leave the center kind of undone. And like your finger to blend in the situation. Okay, and then a little bit of setting spray. What do we want to use today? We're going to use the Skindinavia setting spray that I'm almost out of. As you can probably hear, there's nothing shaking in it. And that is there. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this really easy smoky eye. I also hope you think it's as easy as I just thought it was. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.